Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It's a Monday afternoon and we're going to have some lighter readings today. Yesterday's readings were quite heavy, so I've decided to address some lingering questions about the podcast. The Flopcast, some people call it the Plodcast. It is about to drop again Tuesday coming up, the next one. We all hope it's the last one. But there have been some guests who have declined the honour of appearing on the podcast, being interviewed by Meghan or one of her minions, although these guests Meghan surely would have interviewed herself if they had agreed. And the first one is Reese Witherspoon, and I am using the Lightseers Tarot today for this reading and the following reading. Powerful feminine deck this, and we're dealing with some powerful and very light-filled women, not Meghan, in my opinion. Let's remind you, as I do a bit of shuffling, that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes or just speculation or just my opinion, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Now, Reese Witherspoon turned down an invitation to that wedding, that spectacle. Let me just talk and stop shuffling for a bit. Apparently, allegedly, she was invited first in person, and when she declined the invitation, because she of course did not know Meghan Markle at all, or Prince Harry, she was invited again through her agent. So persistent. And some people are saying that, and I'm just repeating gossip and rumour, that Reese Witherspoon is the A-list celebrity that Meghan Markle is rather stalking, somewhat obsessed with. And it would make sense to invite her twice to the wedding despite being rejected. And then, of course, allegedly, she invited Reese Witherspoon on to the podcast, and Reese Witherspoon said no. And the story came out that Meghan Markle is allegedly upset with Reese Witherspoon for refusing to appear on Archetypes. And so we're going to do a little reading, just a 5-card reading. We're going to have a look at this. We're going to see how Meghan feels about Reese Witherspoon and about her appearing on the podcast. We're going to look at how Reese Witherspoon feels about Meghan. How Meghan is handling this rejection, rejection after rejection after rejection, and the impact that it's going to have on her podcast. She has got some big names. She's also got some not so big names. And drawing to the end of this first season of this podcast, one hopes desperately that it's not renewed. Don't know if it will be, but let's just have a look and see what the implications are for Meghan of not being able to land a big star like Reese Witherspoon, how Spotify might feel about it, how it might impact renewals and things like that. Little 5-card reading, short reading. I don't think we're going to find anything weird and strange in here that's going to cause me to have a nervous collapse. I hope not. Lightseers Tarot, 5-card reading, and Meghan and Reese Witherspoon. I'll explain the cards as we go along. And the underlying energy is the Page of Wands. That is the podcast that Meghan is doing, of course. Broadcasting, streaming, communicating. Pages are all about communicating. Very optimistic, the Page of Wands. Very positive, good news. Look at me, I'm starting this new journey and I'm so excited about it. And yes, I can get Reese Witherspoon on it. But my eye, and I'm sure your eyes are too, drawn to this 3 of Swords that are lurking here. The next underlying card, this heartache and disappointment and betrayal. Look at the anguish of this 3 of Swords. It's one of the more harrowing threes of Swords, if that is a word. So enormous optimism. She started out this journey, but it's gone a bit pear-shaped. Really, it's caused her some heartache along the way. So let's look at the situation with Meghan and Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, we get the Knight of Cups in reverse. Meghan had those flowers. She was all out wooing Reese Witherspoon. But now, not interested, sorry. Take those flowers away. Meghan is known to throw flowers in the bin that have been offered. as a peacemaking gesture by the person who is allegedly not the wrongdoer in the situation, with the dress fitting and the crying and all of that. But now Meghan is on the receiving end of someone throwing the flowers, metaphorically, in the bin, not interested, not falling for it, not being wooed, not reciprocating, not connecting emotionally. I think Meghan has a bit of a girl crush on Reese Witherspoon. Of course, Reese was a mega star in the acting world just at that formative time that Meghan seemed so compelled to emulate the 90s. But it didn't happen for her, and there's the heartache, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the heartache sitting there. So how does Meghan feel? And I'm not talking about rejection, I'm just talking generally. How does she feel about Reese Witherspoon? How does she feel about having her on her podcast, having her as a bestie, as a friend? Well, how interesting. We get the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups in reverse. The Four of Cups is the rejection card. I'm going to get the giggles now. It is literally the rejection card. Offered something, offered a cup of love, and nah, don't like it, not interested, doesn't grab me, not for me, thanks but no thanks, I'll just sit here and feel sorry for myself, have a bit of a sulk. It's not a very nice energy, the Four of Cups. It's not a card that I particularly like. In reverse, the person is trying to recover from that rejection and that missed opportunity and thinking, I wonder what else I can do, how I can woo them again, how I can entice them. Note all the cups in this reading. She's been rejected, but she still secretly hopes that she can find something that will be attractive to Reese Witherspoon and that will lure her in. And then she can be besties with her. She's failed seemingly with, what's her name, with all the babies and all the adopted kids. Angelina. She failed there. She seems to have failed with Jennifer Aniston. Reese Witherspoon failed, but she still hopes somehow she can turn this around. This rejection, this indifference, this blanking even, and figure something out. So hope springs eternal. How does Reese Witherspoon feel about Meghan and about going to weddings and appearing on podcasts with Meghan? This is a nightmare. This really is her worst nightmare has now happened. This obsessive interest, allegedly, that she is experiencing. Probably the agents are batting back all kinds of calls and suggestions and things, blocking channels of communication, changing phone numbers. This really for her is extremely stressful. She's not enjoying the attention. She's not enjoying the notice, the attempts at communicating, the attempts at wooing and enticing and luring, the love bombing almost. I get that idea. And Meghan Markle, according to many people, is a narcissist. Narcissists are known to love bomb. Love bomb is not working. Love bombing not working. But Reese Witherspoon is mortified by this. This is very difficult for her, extremely difficult for her. Something that she's really stressed about, something that she tosses and turns about at night and thinks, oh my word, how bad is this going to get? This crazy lady who really is obsessed with me. And I say that in seriousness, that there is a level of obsession here, a level of anxiety here that I wasn't expecting to see. I thought this was going to be a light-hearted read. How silly of me to think I would get a light-hearted read where this particular character is involved. So, how does Meghan feel about all this rejection? She's been rejected at least 3 times that we know of, twice with the wedding and once with the podcast. How does she feel? Wow. Very, very, very sore about it. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is the exile, isolation, cast out card. And I'm reading this as super, super intense energy, the card being in the reverse. It couldn't be worse. She's been shut out. She wanted to be in that girl gang. I don't know who Reese Witherspoon hangs out with, Jennifer Aniston, all of those. I don't really follow these kinds of celebrities. But Meghan wanted to be in there. She wanted to be part of that gang, that A-list gang. those mega successful 90s stars. That was her goal. That was her dream. That's what she wanted. That is what she pursued. That's what she thought she'd get when she married old Ginger Winger, that the doors would open and she'd be embraced by these people, not realizing that they all got there themselves. They're all very smart. They're all very talented. They're all very dedicated. They work incredibly hard. They work incredibly hard at maintaining their looks, their figures, but they're also good business brains. Reese Witherspoon is a brilliant business brain. She has made almost billions out of her brand. Meghan can only dream. So a lot of ouch in this reading. How's this all going to turn out for Meghan? This rejection, this no, you're not going to join our little club. You're not going to be invited on holiday with us. You're not going to be starring in any shows with us. You're not wanted. You're not welcome. How's it going to go down for her and for Spotify and the podcast and anything else Universe wants to tell us? How is it going to go? Well, she's not going to give up. 2 of Wands. She is still planning, and it's sitting under this 4 of Cups in reverse. As I said, she hasn't given up hope. She's convinced if she just comes up with the right strategy, 2 of Wands, the right business proposal, the right deal, the right offer, Reese Witherspoon will fall for it and be persuaded. Good luck, Meghan. Good luck. You're going to need it with that card. That card tells me that there might be a court order taken out, a restraining order. I am speculating. But that's your reading. Thanks for watching. I'll get on with the next one.